Good evening. Can't hear you. I can't hear you. You have to switch on your mic audio.
Yeah. Okay. Hi,
Yeah.
Jinnie. I hope you can hear me now. Yeah. So,
Perfect.
thank you so much for having me here. Thank you so much for considering me for this StreamYard invite. And I'm really grateful to you. And I'm looking forward to this session and talking to everybody here.
Pleasure and honor. And let me just briefly introduce you to the audience. So today, luxury meets fitness writer, international athlete,
I think I lost your voice. I can't hear you. Your mic is muted.
love to know your story and your journey. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So, Jinny, I said, we would love to know your story and your journey to being an athlete, which is a very unique thing. Not very many women we see into a profession like this. So, we all would love to know your story.
Okay, so it all started, I'd say, with my one visit to the gym. So I was a teacher for a good 15 years of my life, and I was a senior English faculty and in a public school in Delhi. And I had all plans to take up lecturership. So I was completing my education. Like after masters, I did M.Ed, and after M.Ed, I also did MBA because eventually my plan was to get into the field of education and higher education. So either a lecturer in MBA in a college where MBA or with M.Ed, Masters in Ed. So, but somehow I was more inclined towards. I got an opportunity to write. So I wrote a few educational books in the publication house and a few articles in, on in different magazines. They got published on different varieties, different genres. So that is where I kind of got this encouragement that okay, let me try, let me just give it a try because I was keen to change. Like I did not see myself as being there for long. Although 15 years is a very long time, but then I wanted to try something else. So I resigned and I just joined a gym simply because the publication house where I was to join used to open at 12 to 12:30 in the afternoon. And being a teacher, I had a habit of getting up early and finishing my household chores and everything early. So that's the reason I kind of joined. And then, as they say, rest is history. 6 months down the line, I was chosen to represent India in a world championship, and there was a trial conducted, and I competed, and I was selected there. And it was the first time world championship was happening in the country, first time ever. And the federation through which I participated in the fitness sports, they really encouraged me, and that is how I represented India in fitness sports. And after that, I got an opportunity to represent India 4 times, and this is how the story began.
Great, wonderful. And it's a rare combination of a writer and an athlete, which is really rare. So, you have to be qualified as well. How did you manage your studies and such a demanding sport like athlete?
Actually, I had completed MBA before, along with, after masters, my first master's degree was in English. After that, I did M.Ed. And after M.Ed, immediately started MBA. And after MBA, it was like I was taking a break, thinking about starting PhD. So that is where I entered the gym and I got into this line by chance. I'd say God is there, gifted, and God selected this for me. And it was basically not a decision that I had to take. So a lot of people were kind of taking, a lot of magazines were taking my interview, and I got a lot of media coverage because there were only four women in the country who were chosen to represent India at the international platform. So the same magazines came back to me to write, to ask for articles for in fitness. That is how you can say that by default I became a fitness writer because I was writing all my interviews and everything on my own. So that is something, it's just, and then this magazine approached me, and then so many other um, brands approached me. So by default I became a fitness writer. Like I never thought of getting into this line or that okay, I'm going to become this. No, nothing like that. Madhvi, your mic is
Just
off. I can't hear you. Yeah.
yeah. So I want to check if there is no audio issue because I mean there are some people who are commenting that they cannot hear us. So if you can please write a comment if you're able to hear us clearly, or else we'll only proceed if everyone is able to hear us. Can you please write in the comment, and we'll wait. We'll not start with the program unless we are audible. It doesn't make sense. Can you all hear us? Can somebody please comment? Is the audio better now? And Jinnie, are you able to hear me clearly?
Absolutely fine.
You can, because I think the audience, they are writing there is an audio issue and they're not able to hear us clearly. So I'm just waiting for them to comment. If somebody can just let us know you're ready to, I mean, you're able to hear us, then we can proceed. Can somebody just let us know? Okay, maybe then we just proceed because I'm not sure if they can still hear us. So, yes, now it's fine. Great. Thank you, Arjun. Yeah, it is little better. Great. In case if there's a problem, you can let me know. Otherwise, we carry on with the program. So, Jinnie, I also want to know that how about the gender discrimination in the sports? Do you like see it very, very visible when you are a sports person and when you're going for these, all these,
National
it is?
No, rather, I personally feel that things worked in my favor because I was a female. There were not many female 3 4 years before, down the line. There were not many people in the when I competed. There were not even 23 in my category in India. Internationally, of course, there were many. Internationally, there were more than 46, 47 women in one category in which I competed. But in India, there were not many women who were taken up the sport. But now the number has increased to up to 100, and there was no such gender discrimination. Rather, see, this is a very every sports requires a lot of camaraderie. So people are there really as a team. If you are in the right team, if you are with the right people, the people are really really supportive. But the rest it depends on the kind of coach and the kind of people you are training with. That makes a lot of the difference because nobody has to think, okay, weigh you as much as your own people can. Trust me on that. Yeah.
Wonderful. And if I may ask you, like, why do you feel that in India we have less international athletes than, comparatively to the international, other countries and other places? Why is that so?
See, basically, two reasons are there. Firstly, it is the lack of awareness. Till about a few years back, even I did not know what physique sports is, or it is an internationally recognized and respected sport. The perception, even when I joined at that time, was that it's bodybuilding. Bodybuilding means those big men with huge, big muscles, and then you are wearing a pair of shorts, or you're wearing a bikini or a sports bra, and that is not considered to be something morally very, ethically very good or morally very respectable. So there is extreme lack of awareness that there is a huge world out there. There's a complete science of sports, body anatomy, and so many studies and researches going on, and there are athletes all over the world, and athletes people other than India, those who are abroad, they enjoy the fan following and they enjoy the respect, which probably the highest paid actors and they enjoy the popularity which extremely well-to-do people enjoy in our country,
True,
like cricketers, right? So that
true,
is one
true.
reason. So there is extreme lack of awareness. Secondly, I think obviously it is the we are not born into that culture where sports is important. We are not no कोई parent नहीं बोलते आप पढ़ाई छोड़ो और आप खेलने के लिए चले जाओ या आप जिम चले जाओ. No, they will say please आप जिम छोड़ दीजिए, आप पहले अपना एग्जाम करिए, आपने पढ़ाई करिए. And this happens at any age. Like when I also was being regular to the gym, I had to face all kinds of opposition. That what is it? What is it? Something will happen if you don't go to the gym or if you didn't fit, something like that. So it's the same everywhere.
Right, true. But I think things are changing now because of awareness and also because of the social media, digital media. It's become one world, global world now. So the things are quite different now, I'm sure. And how has your family been? Like, were they very supportive about your being into the athlete thing? I mean, were they?
Yes, I'll say more or less yes, because initially when I left the teaching job, I myself was clueless that whether because I had left the field to come to YouTube page, and to start with as a writer in an education based publication. So, but then when I started into this, when I started going to the gym and when I wanted to compete, initially there was resistance, definitely. But Pankaj and my daughter, Jen, both of them were very, very supportive. And of course, there have been, you can say, instances of where friends and relatives conveyed their objections to me and everything, but I always knew that I will find a path from there. I knew that I did not belong there. Maybe it is just a way to, inroll my into that industry, and I would observe the industry and eventually start writing about it, start writing about the esports, and spread that awareness. So personally, I feel that was always there in my mind. So it was bumpy. It was a bumpy ride, I'll say, but then it became okay once I got a lot of media coverage within 4 months when the first time I competed, and there were a lot of international brands who were looking at me and they approached me to to sign as a brand ambassador or as an athlete. So all these things were very new to me. So and then once that respect comes, so automatically things around you also change.
So what was the thing that drove you to it? Like, what made you go into it so passionately? And you excelled as well.
I think a basic nature to always excel and to always just do it, give it your best. And I'm a very passionate person, so maybe anything that I do, even if that is cooking, so I will give my 100% to it. So maybe that is one reason that and my there's a strange, you can say, learning frenzy into me, that okay, how is this, so I would not only do an exercise or I not only do a set or a repetition, I would totally understand it, why is it done. And I did so much of reading about any particular exercise, any particular body part, and the importance of exercise, that it really intrigued me and interested me more and more. So I got more and more inclined as and when the time, with the passage of time. So Baki excellence and victorious, I think God is great. Eventually He decides who will win, who will not win. So that's not necessarily in my hand, but then God is very, very kind. I think He chose this for me. And I finally got my gold medal in powerlifting. I moved to powerlifting within a year. So I competed thrice in the esports, represented internationally. And then finally I went to Commonwealth powerlifting in South Africa in 2017. It's there that in my category that I got gold medals.
More deep and intense into the subject, and that detailing really works and helps in winning. That's one tip we can get from you. And I would like to know, like you've been 5 times gold medalist winner in the Commonwealth Games. So, how was it competing with the other people? Any experience you would like to share with us? You know, your song, it's gone.
Okay, all right. Now, competing in an international group or competing in a competing with a big group is something which is like really, really exciting. It is really interesting. It's really good, and you have a lot of people from all the other countries as a part of the team. It is typical that like what people must have seen the movies like Chak De in India and so many other movies where internationally people from different countries are there. So they have so much of team spirit, and they are doing that that they have to have the flag of their country in their hand when they win. So that winning feeling, and then when the national anthem plays, that is something which is unparalleled. That is an amazing feeling, and only somebody who has been a part of it or is into it can understand that. So that is something which I feel is a wonderful feeling. And then you see how they are practicing, and then you get to talk to so many people from different cultures, different countries. Like in South Africa, when I participated, there were 55 countries who were participating, and all those, and there were more than 500 athletes from all these countries. And amongst all these countries, how there were women up to 70 years of age, and they were so smart and so
Wow.
fit, and they were working out every day regularly, lifting so much heavy weight, and it's all about technique and everything, and how their coaches are supporting them. So that is something I feel which is really good, and that is a feeling which always comes when you compete as a team, when you compete as when you're a part of any team, so whether it is dance or anything. So that feeling, I think that experience one should always try and have it.
So, as in, there is no age for the sport, is it? As you just mentioned, 70-year-old women
No,
could also
there
be
are
part of it.
30, 39, and then you become a master 1 the minute you become 40, and then M2 is 50 plus, then M3 is 60 plus, M4 is 70 plus, and you'll be surprised there is so much participation in the age groups of M3 and M4 also. And then there are separate weight categories. So whatever weight category you are into, and you can join at any age. There is no such joining age or anything. There is no such limitation.
If 70-year-old women are participating in this and any specific diet that the women actually have to, kind of take different to men? Is it separate diet that the women are advised to do?
See, each sport has a particular requirement. So it's very important to understand that your diet will be exactly commensurate with the sport you're in. When I was in a part of bodybuilding, which was as a fitter athlete, which was basically a modern physique category, the requirements of that and the stage posing was very different. So the diet there was completely different. Then the diet as a power lifter is very very different because you have to have a particular weight category and you
Right.
have to improve your strength. So you need
Right.
food which will improve your strength, but it may not affect your physique. And in my case, it was slightly more challenging because I was a fitness model also. So I had to take care of both the things, that I can't be just eating and just not bother about my weight or the way I look, because that was something which was very challenging, that I had to make sure that my physique is not disturbed despite me having strengthening food and the diet. And similarly for a marathoner, the amount of water he takes, that will determine a lot of difference than any other sport. So whether it's a hockey player, whether it's a marathoner, whether it's a runner, whether it's a weightlifting, every sport requires a particular diet, and this is what most of the people don't know. But now I think the awareness is much, and people are really trying to get it their hands into.
To manage being a model at the same time and being an athlete, was there anything specific diet that you had to take which is not easily available or advice?
No, I've always tried to take diet from food which is accessible. It's always better to have, and I was never too much fond of taking of any supplements. Yes, supplementation is very important. So basic protein, BCAA, and your multivitamins and vitamin C, basic vitamins I was taking regularly, which I'm taking even now. And but other than that, there was no something. There was not much which was to be wrong. There was not any particular thing which was not accessible. Yes, I increased flax seeds, I increased a lot of things which are power giving. You know, oats, and which would increase my power but not increase my weight. So those are the foods which I had to incorporate in my diet.
And how important were these certifications according to you, post certifications that you get?
I couldn't hear you. You'll have to repeat the question.
How important are these certifications? I mean,
These certifications, I would say, are the most important thing in the sports industry, and this is something which is highly ignored. So, unfortunately, 90% of the trainers in this country are not trained, and they have the guru culture, and they would give you and they would want you to follow them completely, despite the fact that they themselves are not much knowledgeable, and it's only a routine exercise that they've been doing, which somehow makes them feel that they are enabled, they are keen to do it. But the fact is that without a certification, without an educated coach, you should never risk your body later life. It becomes very, very difficult, because I've seen people really suffering in the hands of wrong training, wrong coaching, wrong nutrition, really. So you have to be very, very careful. And I myself got into a lot of certifications. I completed naturopathy, I completed the ACE course, I completed the study of ACSM and ACE also.
yeah,
So it
yeah.
becomes very
Can you hear me
important
now?
to study and to gain the right
Right.
knowledge. So that is only when you can understand the body anatomy, because I've seen otherwise people are starving just for no reason. There's so much healthy food to eat. It's not Dieting is not about not eating. In fact, dieting is about eating much, much, much more. So and the right kind of food.
Okay. Right. Great. And if you can tell something about how to carry and establish as a brand what you've been able to do and manage as an entrepreneur.
I personally feel that you have to, just be focused on yourself, work towards one direction. So for me, it was that okay, I have to compete, and at the same time, I want to ride. So you can say I got lucky, and I I was chosen by a premier international brand to become their brand ambassador. Optimum Nutrition On. It was one of the best brands in the world, and they had started a campaign called Fit India campaign. So they trained me
Right.
and they forced me to become the Fit India brand ambassador, and I took fitness awareness campaigns, almost 500 of them all over India, and visited many parts of the world also, wherein we spoke about general fitness. You know how what are the things that you should do, what are the choices in food you should make, what are the things you should choose and eliminate from your daily routine, and how you can find and change towards a healthy lifestyle. So I took a lot of these sessions, and almost 500 of them all over India, even in CRPF, ITBP, paramilitary forces, schools and
Wow.
colleges. And so that is where you can say I myself, they pushed, they also encouraged me. But by the time, because I was writing consistently for many magazines and newspapers, that helped me emerge as a brand myself. So, you know,
Right.
that is something which I feel is really uh, encouraging, and it appears to be very difficult, and definitely it is, because you have to put in a lot of effort. You have to consistently put in effort for that. But you know, it feels good. Like I was, as I told you, I was a teacher earlier. So I remember one day we were having dinner somewhere, and a set of parents and two students came to me, for whom I was a class teacher when they were probably class ninth, and now they
Okay.
had their own children. So then they had their own children.
Right.
So I just remember when they met me. So the child, my student, introduced me to his son. ऐसी ये वो मैम
Okay.
है जो हमें न्यूज़पेपर में ना पढ़ाया करती थी, और आज हम न्यूज़पेपर में
Okay.
इनके बारे में पढ़ते हैं. Just imagine, you know, that experience itself was so beautiful. It was so nice to, you know, even listen to that, and
Absolutely.
that has been a, you can say, huge encouragement and support. And then after that, another international brand chose me, Universal. I was their brand ambassador for a long time. So the athlete program and brand ambassadorship really helps you elevate as an athlete. But again, your substance will always matter eventually.
Absolutely. And you've been recognized as an elite athlete in fitness, and you've been featured as being among the top five fittest moms in the country. So, any fitness tips you would like to give to the moms,
See, all
especially?
the moms should be fit. You have to set examples for your children, and more than setting example for anybody, you have to do it for yourself. Always remember, you have to take care of your own
True.
health, because trust me, nobody else will do it for you. The earlier you understand it, especially the moms, the better it will be. There will be nobody else to take care of you if you don't take care of yourself. So it's important to eat healthy. It's important to you know, that mentality कि अब क्या करना है, अब तो बच्चे हो गए, अब बच्चे बड़े हो गए. You know, you begin at that time. अब शादी हो गई, अब बच्चे हो गए, अब बच्चे बड़े हो गए, अब इनको फिट रखेंगे. मतलब उनको फिट रखना does not give you a you know, it doesn't give you a levi or a license to increase your weight or anything. Although right now I'm in a very, I have really put on a lot of weight, but in general, I personally feel that you have to be careful of your health, because this is something for life. It's not a goal oriented thing. It is something that should stay with you forever.
Wonderful. Great message, I must say, to all the moms out there. And it's been like, Jinnie Gogia Chugh as a writer. If you can tell something about the books that you've written and as a writer.
Okay, so I began with educational books, and I have authored almost 15 educational books, which were mainly reference books for any English. And then I wrote a complete series which was Enhance Your Childhood. It was related to, again, English and social science books, and how to inculcate reading habit amongst children. And after that, I have written many articles. I'm the editor of Fitness Guru magazine. I have written over 500 articles by now for many websites, and you can all find them on Google, on different newspapers, different magazines. I have been a contributory writer for Hindustan Times, and then even I featured in the Week magazine, and almost 39 fitness magazines and newspapers, and regular magazines also. And other than that, there is not any. I have to work on my own fitness book of fitness, which I will maybe another, which is one of my goals. But let's see when it comes through. I've not decided when will I go for it.
Wonderful. And your tip as a fitness influencer to your audience.
Okay, so you have to see, now the corona situation has really put the health and fitness in focus again. So, and as we have seen, see, anything can happen to anybody. Sitting here, anything can happen to anyone, any moment. No one has that guarantee in life, right? We are all, you can say, very petty when it comes to the creation of God. But the most important thing is that it's important to be healthy. It's important to have a high immunity. And the best thing is that you can build up your day times only a few members are there. But it really doesn't matter. Eventually, good lifestyle and a good health is something which will be beneficial for everyone.
True. Absolutely. Lovely. And you happen to be the CMD with Synergy Serve. If you can tell something about Synergy Serve.
Okay, so Synergy Serve Private Limited is a company which basically is dealing with five verticals, which was corporate wellness. So we had programs for corporate wellness. We had a health day, like an annual day for school, a health day for schools and for corporates. And the third one was again gym outreach program for brands. So if a brand wants to reach out to, let's say, 5 lakh people in Delhi and NCR, so we take the products with sampling to almost 100 gyms, which should include the tier A and tier B. So that is what Synergy Serve was doing. But then currently, because of lockdown, since people's work, everything, wherever there's contact, that has been stopped. So that is on hold as of now. But we are going to start online webinars very soon with a lot of brands, because basically it's about brand outreach.
Okay, great. Wonderful. And if you can mention something about your achievements and plots. There's so many.
My achievements and
Cloths.
okay, so there are many to
I know
count.
like five gold medals in the Commonwealth, and there's so much more actually.
No, I am still waiting for much more to happen actually, but still now. Okay, the ones which I'm very, very, you can say, grateful to God and at the same time happy and proud about are the gold medals that I got in my category in the Commonwealth um, in powerlifting Commonwealth in South Africa 2017. Then I became Miss Delhi twice I became Miss Delhi, and I was amongst the top 10 in World Championship in 2015. And then before that, I've had many achievements. I was a M.Ed scholar at CIE, from where I did M.Ed Delhi University. It's a premier institution, and where it's very rare to get a chance to do a master's degree from there, from amongst the best people. And it began with, I think, my first big achievement was when I topped in school in 10th standard. And but I think by far my best achievement is that I'm a mom. I personally feel.
Wonderful, beautiful. I think that's the greatest achievement, I must say, for any mom, every mom. And I know you have also been extensively covered by media. If you would like to mention any of your media coverages.
Um, Most of my media coverages have been many of them. I think many magazines have given me more than 5 to 6 pages of individual story coverage, which has been very encouraging. Then I have been with the Week magazine is one which actually started, which was the first one to give my stories a huge coverage. That was amazing. And then HT Brunch also twice. And then other
Lovely.
than that, Emirates and You and many magazines now. I don't even actually recall. Many of them have been doing it. And then Fitness Guru, for which they first gave me a coverage as an athlete, and little did I know, in 3 months from that time I became the editor of the magazine, and I'm associated with them till date. So that has been
Awesome.
very, very encouraging. So because of that, I'm connected to most of the brands and most of the athletes in the country. And it
Right.
really, yeah. So that's a
Wonderful.
wonderful situation. Yeah,
Yeah,
because the
awesome.
magazine does
Wonderful.
very well and it has a wonderful reach.
Yeah, so now we're going to go for a rapid fire round. As per what is it, like smart work or hard work?
Repeat.
I said we're going to go for a rapid fire round. So as per you,
Okay.
is it smart work or hard work?
Smart work. It can't be done without hard work, but
Okay. And Jinnie Gogia Chugh, as a fitness person or a writer or an athlete, fitness influencer, brand ambassador, as an editor, what do we see you as? More passionate about?
dreams, dreams.
Great. And your favorite one-liner?
Uh, in darkness shall we see light always.
Any fitness tip to the audience? One fitness tip.
Uh, Make sure to be aware and healthy. Always remember, a healthy life is what eventually which will bring you everything. So stay fit. Try and stay fit always. Yes, cheat, do eat, drink, do whatever you want to.
Lovely. And one message to the young girls who want to pursue athlete as a profession.
Yeah, extremely welcome to this dynamic world, and you must pursue, but then be very, very clear about what your goals are. Be very careful to choose your mentors and have a clarity about where do you want to be. You know, you want to be an athlete, you want to be a trainer, you want to be a writer, you want to be only a fitness model, you want to be an influencer. Be very clear about your chart, about your graphics, about where do you want to go from, and how much paying and how much financially, whether this line would be able to suffice to what you're looking for or not, because these are some things which most of the young children don't look at, and then they really suffer after wasting a lot of time and money into it. So you be very, very careful and do your study and homework before you take a mark and take step onto this line.
Great, wonderful. That's a great suggestion to the young girls who want to pursue athlete as a profession. And as you know, Guinea, the program is about MarviesLuxury.co. I would like to know the definition of luxury according to you.
Okay, so luxury, see, if we define luxury, basically it is something which is not which is not a necessity, which is not reachable easily, right? That is what makes it a luxury brand. That is why if it becomes accessible, then it's for everybody, right? Try to make your life such beautiful that everything that your luxuries become your necessity, and then you improve your and raise your bar yourself so that you yourself become a luxury brand. This is what I personally feel. So luxury is definitely something which luxury in itself means something that you want to indulge in, right? So it's something which is often. So as and when you keep setting your higher parameters, achieving higher goals, eventually you will reach on to the top line of luxury. And then all these brandings and everything, basically, it eventually it's meaningful only when it gives you contentment of heart. So whatever you find contentment, but then don't settle for comfort. Always aim higher. Always aim higher.
Would like to know what is the message you would like to give to the audience on COVID-19?
Okay, see, COVID 19 has been a very strange situation which probably the world has been caught into. Now, whether it was planned by nature or it was, people are saying it's a revenge of nature. I will not say it's a revenge of nature, but maybe it was a call of the nature, call from God or everybody that, okay, right now, enough, man. Now, please wait, look, speculate what you are doing, what is necessary. This complete lockdown period has taught humanity a lot of things, you know, that you can survive in minimalism, you can do without a lot of things, but at the same time, this sadly, I feel humans forget the lesson from the learning. They forget the learning from the lesson very, very soon because humanity is vain. So try to remember that, try to remember and value the things and be careful, but at the same time, as humanity, you know, the basic nature characteristic that God made humans with was curiosity and victory. And if humans will eventually um, achieve victorious out of this also, but then try not to be lackadaisical and try not to take things too much for granted, especially your health and especially things which probably are always too available for us. And right now, like you know, we all of a sudden woke up to a different world. So don't forget the learnings when the situation get normal.
Great message, I must say. Thank you so much for being here on this show, and it's been great. You make our country proud. God bless many more applause and accomplishments to you in near future. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much. Wonderful talking to you. Thank you so much for having me over. Thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you.
It's an honor. Have a great evening.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, thanks for being here and listening to the interesting conversation by Jinnie Gogia Chugh right here with us today. And as you all know that I'm associated as a consultant with real estate, art, hospitality, destination weddings in Italy by Angelo Garrini, fashion designers, jewelry designers. So you have any queries related to any of these segments as well as lawyers, financial advisors, we have them all on board with us on marviesluxury.co, so you can get in touch with us if you require any kind of assistance or any help related to any of these segments. See you all. Have a great evening. Bye bye.